your quarterback? Who left the building? Unicorns, show ponies. Where's the beef?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and any remaining Brown fans they may be, Misguided Productions proudly presents The Frenzy with Russell Franchise, starring Russell Franchise, playing the world's most dangerous game of NFL Pick'em. The time for talk is over. It's time to start the frenzy. Here's your host, Russell Franchise. Let's get ready to fumble.
Welcome to the Frenzy, where we play the world's most dangerous game, NFL Pick'em. My name is, as always, Russell Franchise, here for week 5, and usually I would start the show by saying that, the picks that we make on the show for play, not for real. If you're making money off our picks, hook a brother up. And then I have something witty and charming, or sometimes not funny at all. But fortunately, though, I come in saying if you have the money, you may want to help us out here. I'll unveil the curtain right quick. This show's recorded in Columbia, South Carolina. A lot of the people that you hear on the show are from South Carolina, North Carolina. Fancy Buddha's from Charleston. And this past week, we have been hit by a terrible string of rain that came from the Hurricane Joaquin. And it's really done some damage. I'm one of those people who look at the coverage of Katrina and look at the coverage of Texas most recently, where you saw the rivers just get overfilled with water, and you kind of tell yourself it would never happen in Columbia. And unfortunately, Sunday morning, waking up early to a leaky roof, but more importantly, seeing a big, heavy flood outside my mom's house on national TV. It really scared me. It really shocked me to my core. And it pretty much rained for the last 2 weeks. It started 2 weeks ago, and the rain didn't end till yesterday, as of today, taping the October 5th, that was Monday, and driving around, just the devastation that happened. You have businesses ruined, houses are flooded over. A lot of the people, a lot of friends that I have got out alive, thank God. Some were caught in the water, but it could have been worse. We had one girl who's a big roller derby girl. She pretty much lost her whole house and everything in it, but thankfully her and her family were able to get out in due time. And it's just great to see that, I think, and I know we should be talking about football because that's why you're listening to this podcast for, but let me vent for just a couple of moments. A lot of times, you look at life and how hard it is, and, I did that about 6 years ago and just was downtrodden, and that's what caused the frenzy to happen. The franchise football frenzy, as it once was called, the YouTube show, it was my way to escape. And if I could help someone escape with me along the same time, we would do it. And that's why I'm still doing this show today. I want to let people know that, especially if you're in the Columbia area or South Carolina and you're going through something, that, maybe this is your distraction. Maybe us talking about Tom Brady or Gronkowski will help you get through the trouble ahead. And if I did do my job correctly, just share with others, all right? But if you're away from this area and you want to know, hey, how can I help out here? I want to give you a website that you can go to, www.uwa.org/news/flood-disaster-relief-fund. And what that will do, that's going to send you to the United Way link, and you can see how you can help out, how you can send money your way. I'm pretty sure you could probably send money to the American Red Cross, or even better, I'll probably post some links to the Frenzy page, Facebook.com/Franchise Frenzy, the only place for the Frenzy. And, you know, you can help out there. But for right now, we're going to do our part. There probably won't be a Thursday Fantasy War Room show. Matt is still cleaning up a lot of things that have happened down there. They suffered a tragic loss, and he's not at his fantasy Buddha best. And you know what? We're going to give him the week off to do what he needs to do. Next week, he'll probably cut a fantastic promo for us, but we'll live on. This week was supposed to be our boy Michael Brown. He was supposed to come to the studio and host the show, but unfortunately, he got called into work. He's a nurse, and they've been working overtime. They've been pretty much working since Saturday night, so I'm going to dedicate the show to Michael Brown. I know he's probably listening, and if he's probably listening, you know, I'm going to have to pick the Texans just for you. I don't know if I'm going to love that pick, but, you know, that is what it is. So, Texans pick for you. Be safe out there. Everybody who's involved in any way, shape, or form, I hope that you guys are safe, that your family's safe, and hopefully we can take your mind off what's been going around for the past couple of days. So it's time for me to do my job, which means we have to re-look at week 4. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, I come out swinging with glory. 12 out of 15 correct. But unfortunately, Joey Mazzaro, which I like to say now, Mazzaro. I'll stop saying that. He won up me because we did not know the Ravens could take the Steelers to overtime and beat them. So 13 correct picks for him. He'll get the win for the week, which means he'll probably make me say something very embarrassing in Italian. I sent him a request to see if he had anything for me. He's busy right now, which is understandable. So we will check in with him next week and do something embarrassing. Otherwise, I got currently after 4 weeks of trying 43 out of 63 picks correct, which gives me 68.5 correct pick percentage wise. So pretty good. Trying to get to that 75 percentage mark. So we got some work to do. Maybe this week we can get closer. This week, my guest, he's another funny comedian from the Columbia circuit. Known him for a while. He's done some great shows up in Rock Hill and Columbia and Charlotte, and it's a pleasure to have him on here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to J.D. Waugh. J.D., welcome to the Frenzy, sir.
Hey, glad to be here.
Oh, man. So, you survived the flood.
Yes.
So we're all...
Yes, I think I've survived the flood.
This is a dream.
Yeah, this might just be a dream.
You've been drowned for several days now.
Yeah, they're going to find my body floating at the top of a river or something.
All right. One thing, you know, I'll say this, just to start off the show. And I don't know if you had the TV on all day Sunday like I did at the house. This sounds like a comedy bit. You better not steal it either.
All right, I won't steal it.
I know, like, everybody, like, the newscasts were so different. I mean, like, I'll put it to you, like, when the NBC affiliate here. Mm-hmm. I watch it, and it's, you know, old lady at a Hardy says, I haven't seen the rain like this in 15 years. Move to the Fox, and we have a strong, you know, with the map showing you where the rain's going and giving you accurate numbers. The CBS affiliate, the shit's hit the fan. We got live rescues. There's a dumpster floating down the river.
And the Tidal Max is falling in.
They were just like, they were right there, like, who showed you the Tidal Max underwater? Yeah. We did.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I streamed the Red Zone channel illegally all Sunday. So
no,
I didn't watch.
You know what? That's actually legal in some cases, sir.
Well, I'm sure what I did was illegal.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. It was perfectly legal. This is being recorded.
It's only illegal when you get caught, sir.
Yeah, that's right.
And then of course the ABC affiliate had Governor Christie eating a pork roast sandwich. So. Just like, I'm really sad for those people down there. That's a good pork roast sandwich. But we were talking beforehand. You have 15 fantasy football leagues, sir.
That is correct.
How the fuck?
Well, I got bored one day,
Right.
and I was decided, well, I want to draft a fantasy football team. And this happened about 8 more times.
Right.
Sometimes I drafted like 2 at once,
Yeah.
like just because I hate myself.
Right.
But I'm undefeated in about 5 of them so far.
Right.
I don't have many losing records. 2 weeks ago, I went 12-3, and last week I went 9-6 or 10-5.
But how can... I have a hard enough time with 7.
Well,
like your Sunday morning, you pretty much have to wake up at like 7 a.m. to kind of go through.
no, I set it all on Wednesday or Thursday.
Right.
I just set it all. I do all 15.
Right.
And if anybody is like questionable or anything, and then I just kind of make a note of that and then go back and do it. But
You know, they make porn for a reason. And
that was the problem. I was done with porn, and I didn't have anything else to do.
maybe it's time to go back to porn. Porn keeps your hands occupied, especially.
Yeah. I should watch more porn.
Well, as much as I would like to promote pornhub.com here, we got to get to the picks. Of course, I told you, Joey Mazzaro outdid me. He's going to embarrass me at some point next week. You have the opportunity to join the fest if you can best me in picks, sir.
Okay.
We got 14 games ready to go.
Okay.
So,
all right.
JD, my favorite Waugh, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Of all the Waughs in the world,
Thank you.
you're number 1.
I appreciate
If
that.
loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right.
I don't want you to be right either. I want you to be so wrong to me.
Are you ready to play the world's most dangerous game of NFL Pick'em, sir?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's like it's dangerous. Like
It's dangerous.
Like I'm not gonna have to shove. Like,
Well, it's
a ghost
dangerous
pepper.
for me.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm not gonna have to shove a ghost pepper up my ass, am I, or anything like that?
So you didn't talk to Joey Mazzaro.
No, I didn't talk to Joey Massaro.
Good.
And the Lord looked down upon his flock, and he gave unto us his holy Trinity.
Great, brother.
The 3 biggest games of the week. Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Can I get an amen from the congregation? It's the Holy Trinity.
All right, we start the Holy Trinity this week by stating the simple fact that if it wasn't for bad luck, the Colts wouldn't have any luck at all. Saw what it did there, right? Because Luck's the quarterback. Well, Luck was injured last week. Insert NFL veteran Matt Hasselbeck, who hasn't played a game since the 2012 season.
That's just that just makes him more rested and more primed and ready to go.
Yeah.
He's that much more focused.
Yeah, just like like Brett Favre right now, just getting that phone ready to take a picture of his jump.
Somewhere there's a dick pic in need.
Yeah, Matt Hasselbeck comes back strong and leads the Colts to an overtime victory against the Jags, 30 for 47, 282 in the air, and a touchdown. Luck is still dealing with a partially separated shoulder.
Yeah, now Father Time is also his arm almost fell off probably.
From Pornhub, by the way. Which is we don't know as of right now. We don't know if he's going to show up for the Thursday night game. One thing that we do know is that we don't know what the Texas major malfunction is. Ryan Mallett started the game for the Texans on Sunday against the Falcons. Then after the Falcons started to shit on him 42-0, they bring in Brian Hoyer, who scored 2 out of 3 touchdowns in the air to make it a 48-21 loss.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what's going on in Houston, but the problem is with a big Thursday night game involving 2 AFC South people like this could be make or break for one of these 2 teams. As always, we go to Vegas. We go to Vegas usually for guidance with something like this, especially when it comes to the picks and whatnot. I'm going to edit this part out because I forgot to add the Vegas odds see. Give me 1 second. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to say this. There's no bet.
there's no odds?
There's no odds.
It's a straight pick 'em.
It is a straight, pure as day pick. Like, if I can give you any guidance right now, Colts are 2-2, Texans are 1-3 going into this game.
Well, I don't need any guidance because I watched Hard Knocks and I know who's going to win this. The Houston Texans are going to win this game. Jadeveon Clowney's going to have a big game. He hasn't recorded a sack this year. He's going to record at least 2 sacks this game.
Ooh.
He's going crazy.
He's got to go crazy because there's no one that he can go crazy with right now. I mean, I take a look at, like, there's a clear quarterback controversy going on in Texansville.
Hoyer's going to get the start if Bill O'Brien is smart.
I think Hoyer, from what I heard, I think Hoyer did get the start.
So they're going to continue that success. They're going to get on a winning streak. Maybe not a winning streak, but they're going to pull this one out.
All right, I'm going to side with you here on this one, and for the simple reason that we don't know what luck we're going to get.
Yeah. What has been going on with that dude this year?
There's a lot of things that's been going wrong with the First of all, you have Chuck Pagano, who's pretty much playing for his career right now, even though he took the Colts to an AFC championship.
Yeah, I've never seen somebody win so much and still just be on a hot seat so bad.
Yeah. And then, Andrew Luck's looking slaves, a separated shoulder. I don't think it's going to get any better for the Colts. I'm going to take the Texans here with you, sir. Yeah. Sunday, as a Green Bay Packer fan, it warmed the cackles of my green and gold heart when I'm sitting there watching my illegal stream of the Green Bay versus 49ers game and just hearing "Go Pack Go" in San Francisco. Just kind of, it made me hard for just like 20 minutes.
I was disappointed with the Packers, to be honest with you, because I was really riding the Aaron Rodgers train hard in DraftKings.
Me too.
And I did not win as much as I wanted to. But that being said, whoever the Pack's playing, they're playing St. Louis this week, right?
Yeah.
Pack wins. Easy.
Yeah. We'll get to that game. But
okay. Well,
but if you had, I will say this, if you had the Packers D, well, like I did in fantasy games, you kind of made off big because
I had the Panthers D.
Yeah.
Josh Norman is playing out of his mind.
Hey, the Packers only allowed San Francisco to score 3 points in San Francisco.
Do you remember when Jaws said Colin Kaepernick can be the best quarterback of all time?
Was this after the drugs?
I don't know, but he locked himself in the film room, and he was like, I've been in the film room. And I think what he did was he was in that film room a little too long, maybe ran out of some oxygen.
He's got that big teeth, so I'm pretty much he would just spend his time brushing his teeth, just like, that Kaepernick, he's going to be fucking fantastic.
Oh, my God. He's no Russell Wilson.
I hope he didn't. That is a quote.
I was watching the Red Zone channel, and they happened to be showing the game at that time, and I heard Clay Matthews say that.
Yeah, he did actually say.
Yeah, you're
no Russell. It was almost like he was like, I know Russell Wilson, and you, sir, I know Russell Wilson. To be fair, Kaepernick was sacked 6 times that whole entire game.
Yeah.
Look on the other side, though. The Giants started off the season 0-2 after losing 2 back-to-back heartbreakers where they led. Now they're 2-2 with pulling off another upset, beating the Buffalo Bills at home. Eli with 212 in the air, 3 touchdowns. Victor Cruz is back. ODB is back to catching one-handed touchdowns.
Is Victor Cruz back?
Victor Cruz came back this week. He didn't really play that much. He was kind of used sparingly, but he'll up in time. Maybe this game on Sunday night will be the come out of the closet game for him. Giants are a touchdown favorite.
Who are they playing again?
They're playing the 49ers.
49ers? Oh, yeah. That's. You should have said they had a bye week. Yeah, Giants win. Reuben Randall catches 5 catches and a touchdown.
Reuben Randall.
5
catches and a touchdown.
Oh, maybe 4.
Okay. You don't want to go 3? Maybe go back to 5?
All right, he'll catch a touchdown pass.
All right. I'm going to go with the Giants as well. For the 49ers' woes are just beginning, and Vernon Davis didn't play this game. If you don't have Vernon Davis, there's really no one else you can play to. I really thought the last week's game, Carlos Hyde would be a factor. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't.
So, double up on the Giants. Final game of the Holy Trinity. I'm going to tell you this, sir. What is the most difficult job in the NFL? No, it's not being the commissioner of the league, because Goodell has clearly showed that he can clearly...
That's apparently the easiest job.
Yeah, it's
you
the
can just
easiest.
do whatever the fuck you want.
You get fined.
You don't.
You get suspended for not inflating the ball properly. You don't get suspended for hitting your wife. That's
Yeah. The hardest job, it depends on... It might be a kicker.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
Just think about it. You're almost the kicker.
There were so many missed field goals last week.
Yeah, none more shocking than from the Steelers kicker Josh Scobee, the former Steelers kicker, if I might say, is feeling the pain this week. He missed a pair of kicks that would have given the Steelers a victory against the Ravens in regular time. And then, just to make it worse, in OT, instead of the Steelers going for a manageable field goal that would have actually given him a slight lead going into the second part of the overtime, they try to tell Vic to go into an option situation. That doesn't work. Ravens go ahead, kick the field goal, and put the win on there. And it didn't get any better for them as we went along. Everybody started giving Josh Scobee shit, including Snoop Dogg.
Oh.
Snoop Dogg went on his own personal Twitter feed and said, I'm going to paraphrase it, Josh Scobee is shizzle. He's a shizzle. Need to get Rizzle up the dizzle.
Oh, man.
He said he even threatened to drop his black and yellow colors if the Steelers didn't do the right thing and drop Scobee. They did the right thing. They got Scobee out. The same guy who made fun of Tiger Woods when he got caught cheating, by the way. So
Poor
somewhere,
Josh Scobee. Like, you're either the hero or the GOAT when you're a kicker.
Yeah.
Like, the Patriots, like, right now, they love Gostowski. But as soon as if he misses a field goal, he's the worst thing that ever happened to him. Like, you can't win as you're a kicker. You're supposed to make your field goals, and if you miss them, well, you suck. That's why.
Well, we pay you that much money to do that.
You get to do whatever you want in practice. You better start making field goals.
You do get to do it.
Yeah, like,
I think if you're a kicker, you have possibly the easiest training camp ever. Just like everybody else does two-a-days. Your job is to just kick a plastic tee. You make believe game time situation.
But the thing is, there's no way to simulate like the pressure that is kicking a field goal that wins the game.
I don't know if you close your eyes hard enough and just say, I can hear the crowd. They're chanting franchise. Okay, 60-yard field goal to win.
And see, here's what really upsets me about Madden is that they never give me a player like to do the career option where you create a player and whatnot. They never give me the chance to be a kicker.
Right.
And I always wanted to be a kicker.
Thankfully, you touched on Madden because Madden actually playfully went back in and put a patch on Josh Scobee.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
They put a patch. It might be. It's actually legit. They put a patch on Scobee, where if you put it on training mode, he's trying for a 60-yard field goal. It pretty much shanks to the left 1 yard. So, not a good day to be a guy named Scobee, but probably a good time to be a man named Keenan Allen if you're playing for the Chargers. Big win in the final seconds against the Browns last week. Rivers with 358 in the air, 3 touchdowns. Keenan Allen still running on strong, 72 yards on 4 catches. and a touchdown.
That is
Monday night is
ridiculous.
probably going to be interesting with two teams at 2-2. Chargers are a 3-point favorite.
And who are they playing?
They're playing Steelers.
The Steelers. Oh.
Chargers at home.
I think the Chargers pull it out at home. I think Phillip Rivers and Keenan Allen just too much.
Let's see. That's actually
And I think Melvin Gordon does all right too.
Melvin Gordon. They got Danny Woodhead. I saw a lot of good things from the Steelers this week, even with Michael Vick in.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Vick, you can tell Michael Vick wanted to be like Atlanta Vick. like they tried a couple of run plays that didn't work out. So then they kind of went to an option base. Le'Veon Bell still had an amazing game. Antonio Brown's production went straight down the toilet.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna go 3 for 3 here. The Chargers, in my opinion, look like the better, sexier pick to me. I'm gonna go Chargers. All right, let's get out of the Holy Trinity right quick and let's get down to business. A couple of years back, my beloved Packers were playing the Seattle Seahawks in a game that featured replacement refs, and I think we both remember the final play of that game where
Golden Tate caught a touchdown.
he never
pass.
caught the touchdown.
Are you sure?
He never got the touchdown.
I'm pretty sure if you go
He
back
didn't
and
know.
look,
He didn't. If you look at it,
if you look
Green
at
Bay defender has the ball. All Golden Tate did was slip his. He literally slipped his hands on top of it.
so if you go back and look at the box score from that game, what does it say?
It'll say Golden Tate caught the touchdown that won the
okay.
game.
There we
But
go.
if you look at the replay, and I've done this extensively, I
You
have
hate yourself that much?
I have written thesis on this. All Golden Tate does, our guy catches the touchdown. Our guy catches the interception. Golden Tate, literally, all he does, he's on the guy's back, puts one hand on top of the ball and says, mine. And apparently, that's a touchdown in the NFL. That cause changed to happen. The 2 days afterwards, the real refs came in, and we thought maybe we will never see another fuck up in Seattle again with the referees. Then last night,
Oh, man.
Monday nights, lightning struck twice in the final moments of Monday night's game between the Lions and the Seahawks. Safford threw a pass intended for Megatron. Cam Chancellor in his second game back. Pretty much,
that guy.
yeah,
Oh, man.
he's
what
a difference maker.
That's
Difference maker. That's the ball out of the end zone. Now, normally, if you bat the ball out of the end zone,
yeah, KJ right at the back. Like there was the back judge was right on it too.
Yeah.
And it's a judgment call. So he's got to make a call like right then,
there.
right then and there. And
he did not use the right judgment.
his judgment was probably wrong.
Right. He bats the ball out. He didn't retain possession of the ball. All he did was bat the ball out. Apparently, that back judge believes that if you bat the ball, if you're a defensive player who bats the ball out of the bounds in the end zone, that's a touchback.
Yeah, it should have been Lions ball on like the 6-inch line.
It should have been the 6.
Yeah.
And so now we're back to this shit again.
Yeah, Seattle's so lucky. How many people do you think would have fallen off the bandwagon and gotten ran over by the wheels had they lost that game to the Lions?
I mean, they needed victory because they would have went to 1-3. They're now 2-2. Wilson kind of went down with 287 and a touchdown. T-Ross. That's
The
DT Ross, cousin to Lou Ross. He played for an injured Beast Mode who's harboring a hamstring injury for the second week in a row. 48 yards on the ground. So thankfully that touchback happened when it needed to, but they will have a hard task in mind. Andy Dalton, the Ginger Ninja, trademark Russell franchise.
That dude is going nuts
right
now.
4-0 start. He's just 2 wins shy of setting the club record for wins. 321 in the air with a touchdown. And then Jeremy Hill, 3 touchdowns on the ground.
Whew.
to seal the deal in the win against, I want to say the Chiefs. Yeah, it's the Chiefs.
And they got A.J. Green.
Yeah, A.J. Green is just the Bengals are legit. I think they're going to win their division. They might actually throw the Patriots in a loop if they get that far in the playoffs. But they play, Bengals versus Seahawks. For the love of God, for the love of all that is great, can we have the best officiating crew on this game?
Boy, I tell you what, the Bengals are great.
Yeah.
Got a great offense.
Yeah, Bengals.
Man, they put up points like crazy. But I tell you what, that Seahawks defense is for real.
I mean, with Cam Chancellor back.
Seahawks win that game.
All right. I was going to say this is actually a true pick'em, by the way. I actually have the true stats here. Since he is kind of getting the favorite at -1.5, which is what I call a true pick'em.
Yeah.
I'm, as much as the defense of Seattle shows me that the Bengals, this is going to be a true test for Andy Dalton going up against the Seahawks. And I'll be honest with you, I see the Bengals winning close game in this one.
I think it's going to come down to the Seattle Seahawks defense is just too strong. Especially when they have Russell Wilson, who's going to, quote, manage the game.
Right. Game
And
manager.
I think he's going. I think he's going to show up. I think the Seahawks win by at least a touchdown.
All right. All right. The Rams. Are you familiar with wrestling?
With who? Wrestling?
Are you pro wrestling?
I know about it.
Have you ever seen the video of the Shockmaster?
No.
It's a great video. I'll put it up on Facebook.com/Franchise Frenzy, the only place to catch the frenzy.
No.
The Shockmaster is unique in a way. They're trying to promote this wrestler, and this guy, it's funny because this guy's gimmick is, he's here to shock the world. He's got a cape on over his tights and a glitter Darth Vader mask. Someone actually spent the time.
An actual Darth Vader mask.
They took an actual Darth Vader mask and just glittered the whole thing with rhinestones. And
amazing.
And the thing is,
in true wrestling fashion.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, they're trying to introduce this guy. Sting is saying, we have someone that's going to shock the world. The Shockmaster. He was supposed to come out. He was supposed to break through a wall, and then fireworks blows up. Unfortunately, the fireworks comes too early. He trips and falls through the wall with his mask coming off. I use that analogy because the Rams have once again shocked the world, beating a Cardinals team that we all thought were indestructible.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Tavon Austin.
You talk about Tavon Austin. I'm gonna put up. I will submit for approval. Todd Gurley. Last week, he only had 9 carries on 6 yards against the Steelers. That was his debut.
Coming off his first game back from his ACL injury.
First half of this game, he only puts up 2 yards on the ground. Second half, he kind of gets sacked. He kind of gets sent back for 4 yards. So he actually enters the second half with -2 yards. Finishes the game 148. 148 on the ground.
Talk about halftime adjustments.
Yes.
And
I mean, they were just getting that Carlson Palmer all day long.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They're going to have to go to a special place. They're going to have to go to Titletown. And I mean, the Packers' domination on the road against the 49ers is a revenge tour. We're going to fuck over everybody who's fucked us back. Aaron Rodgers, 224 in the air with a touchdown to Rodgers to tight end, Rodgers to Rodgers, coming this fall to CBS. This is a big game. The Pack want to make it 5-0, but as we've seen with the Rams, they've taken out the Seahawks, they've taken out the Cardinals.
Yeah.
They are the upset team to look out for. The Packers getting the larger spread of this week, 9.5-point favorites at home against the Rams.
Whew. I think the Packers win.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Packers win, but my question to you is, When do you think the Packers lose?
The part of me, the Packer franchise side of me, which does exist, tells me that there's no such thing as lose in our vocabulary. That we can never lose because we are, of course, God's team. God has blessed us with everything here. I'm taking a look at the schedule, and if you had a bullet to my brain and said pick when the Panthers are possibly going to lose, I do see November 1st they face the Broncos on a Sunday night game. Panthers, if they're still undefeated.
They just find a way.
Yeah.
Somehow.
People keep saying that the Panthers are the worst 4-0 team. I figure if you're still undefeated at this point in the season, there's no such thing as the worst. The Lions have no victory. The Lions are the only team in the league right now with no wins whatsoever. If this is an argument of who's the worst team right now, the Lions have won.
Oh, man. If you'd have told me right now that the Lions would be 0-4,
Yeah.
I would have said Matthew Stafford is hurt, and so is Megatron.
Yeah. But, I mean, right now, I got to go Pack. If you had a bullet to my brain right now, I got to go Broncos probably beating us. Broncos, but for right now, I'm gonna take a chance with the Packers here. The Rams defense is sack happy, but here's the ultimate equalizer. Aaron Rodgers likes to run.
Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers is just another level. I think Packers win.
All right, so
Definitely Packers win.
why don't we take a quick excursion? Let's do some quick picks right quick.
Okay.
All right.
It's not that we don't care about these games. It's just we really don't care about these games. It's time for quick picks.
All right. The Bills lost to the Giants thanks in no part to 17 penalties last week, raising their total to 58 flags, the most in the league. You would think, with that stat alone, you would think that Rex Ryan during his press conference would come out and say, hey, we got to tighten up, we got to play smarter. I'm going to quote to you what he said verbatim. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm proud of the way this team played. Can you play a lot smarter? Absolutely. But I'll take a team that can fight over a team that won't sit back and take it any day of the week and bring it on the next team.
Oh, Rex Ryan.
Rex Ryan. Clearly not getting the point that your team sucks when they're penalized.
Yeah.
They go up against a refreshed Titans team. Mariota lost 2 straight going into the bye week. The Titans need something to change their luck around. This might be the time the game they are looking for. Bills are 2.5-point favorites.
I think the Bills are going to win. I think Tyrod Taylor's going to have a big game. I don't think the Titans are going to have an answer for Clay. And we got, Stephon Gilmore, hometown boy for me, Rock Hill, South Carolina. I think he's going to have a big game. I think the Bills do it.
Yeah.
I think they tighten up the penalties too. They only have 10.
We both love Rock Hill, sir. That's the beauty of it. Because I went to school at Winthrop. You're from there.
Northwestern High School. Go Trojans.
I remember. I'll go into tangent. I remember one time in college, like a friend of mine, she got sick. We had to take her to Piedmont.
Oh God!
We had to take her to Piedmont on a Friday. This was the same night that the Northwestern and Rock Hill had a fight on the field that sent a ton of people to the hospital. So we're sitting there, just like people are getting rushed in, just like, what is it? It must be. It was raining that night, so it must be a terrible rainstorm. No, this is from the stadium.
Rock Hill High School. You mean Rock Hill Detention Center?
Ew. Ouch.
Go Trojans.
I'm gonna take I gotta take the Bills. We're gonna keep picking the same people. For me, the Bills, I think you got to keep that momentum going. It sucks to go 0-2, 1-2, take a bye week and then try to win the rest of the games that you have so far. I'm going to take the Bills with everything. All right. Jaguars and Bucks. Jaguars almost got a big win against Indy. They lost their 15th straight game to the Colts, which ties the NFL record for a team losing the most games to a divisional opponent. Even the Raiders on a good day can beat the Broncos.
Yeah, that's true.
So pretty much it's been, if you do the math, it's been 7.5 years since a Jaguars fan has ever celebrated a victory over the Colts. I want you to let that sink in.
Oh man, they even had the lead at halftime going in too,
Yeah.
didn't they? That was the first time since like 2012 they had the lead at halftime.
So they're growing. So it's baby steps. Baby steps. They're going to go up against in-state rival the Buccaneers. Jameis Winston gave up 4 picks, including one converted to a pick 6 by the Panthers this week. You kind of wish the flood would happen in Tampa Bay or Jacksonville, but
Oh man, this dumpster fire game.
yeah, Bucks are 3-point favorites, by the way, at home.
Yeah, I know that they got the receivers, and it looks like the muscle hamster is almost back in form. But I think Blake Bortles is just better than Jameis Winston.
Ooh,
I think Jacksonville wins.
you think Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Oh man, we finally get separation here.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick Jacksonville. Is it at Jacksonville?
It's at Bucks.
Oh, it's at
Tampa.
Jacksonville. The power ship instead of the pool.
Yeah.
No biggie.
You know what? I'm gonna go a little bit bolder here. The Buccaneers have the longest active losing streak at home amongst any other team.
Oh my God, then I feel even better about mine.
Yeah. I'm gonna be bold here. Jameis Winston breaks the streak, gets the Buccaneers their first win at home in more than 2.5 years.
Oh my God. Could you imagine being the season ticket holder?
Don't worry, they'll go to London. They're going to go to London some point here. So it doesn't really matter at this point. All right. It's the matchup we've all been waiting for every year. It's the Cleveland Browns versus the Cleveland Browns that won a Super Bowl. Josh McCown is doing just enough to keep his starting job in Cleveland right now. 356 in the air with 2 touchdowns and a loss against the Chargers. The Ravens, as we said, got their first win of the week of the season last week against the Steelers. Justin Forsett making us forget about wife beater. 27 carries, 150 on the ground, and we keep this is something that me and Joey talked about last week. Steve Smith is still angry.
He's hurt though.
Yeah, he's hurt. He suffered 4 broken ribs, but that didn't stop him from putting the head out on Mike on the safety Mike.
And he wasn't even the guy that hit him.
Yeah, he pretty much. Dude got taken out. He targeted a specific Steelers and said, "I will make it my life mission to take you out." So it's nice to know that Steve Smith, on his retirement year, has a bucket list he wants to.
Oh my God, a freaking hit list that he's just carrying around.
Hey,
Waiting for a crack block.
the Ravens are 6.5-point favorites. They're both 1-3. There is both 1-3. This is an AFC North showdown.
Where's it at?
It's in Baltimore.
It's in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Cleveland.
You're gonna go Cleveland?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Let's see. Like Terrence West is there.
Yes.
He's gonna give you points. I'm gonna,
Benjamin's there. They got Hayden. They got a really good defense. I'm confident in the Browns. They got those new cool looking uniforms.
Yeah, the dookie with a hint of orange. Just a hint of orange. I'm gonna stick with the Ravens here. It's at home. You now know that you have a running back you can trust, along with You have a running back that you can trust, along with, Flacco going crazy. I think it's a safe pick to go with the Ravens here. All right. Drew Brees has joined a fantastic club. He joins
400.
Yeah, he joins Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. I'm trying to think of the fourth one. Marino, I believe. Yeah. Yes, Marino, Favre, Manning, and Tom Brady. 400 touchdowns thrown in a career. And guess how he threw that 400 touchdown? In a game-winning overtime pass to Spiller. In the second play of overtime, the shortest play in the shortest overtime game played in a regular season football since they went to the new overtime format.
Oh man!
But he'll go up against the Eagles, and guys, we've already seen one head coach get fired this season. Joe Philbin for the Dolphins got fired in London after a 1-3 start, and they spent their time just trying to build up the off season, build up the team. You know who else tried to build up during the off season? Chip Kelly. Sorry, not build up, destroy and dismantle. Chip Kelly's on the block. It was a back and forth game against the Redskins. Redskins came out in the final seconds. Bradford did throw 3 second half touchdowns, but their new kicker, Caleb Sturgis, missed the extra point attempt and a 33 field goal try. And let's not get started on DeMarco Murray. 8 carries for 36 yards.
First off, DeMarco Murray should not have 8 carries in a football game.
Sorry.
You got to feed him the ball 20 times a game.
Yeah.
Like, if you deserve to lose if DeMarco Murray is getting 8 attempts a game.
Yeah.
That's on Chip.
That's on Chip. And Chip's going to have to battle back. So they're both 1-3, but the Eagles are 4.5 point favorites at home.
I don't know, man. Who are you going with?
Oh, man. I was really hoping you go first. Let's see. It's at home against the Eagles. And you know that Eagles fans like to carry their double D batteries. And
Yep.
they like to throw shit on the field. You know what? If the Saints got Drew Brees back, and he's got the first win of the season, I see no point with going with the Saints here.
You going with the Saints?
I go Saints.
I'm going with the Eagles.
You're gonna go with the Eagles?
Yeah, DeMarco Murray came out and said he's not getting the ball enough. I think Chip realizes he's not getting him the ball enough. I think DeMarco Murray finally has his breakout game.
All right, let's see. Bears versus Chiefs. Jay Cutler, the Gutless Wonder, returns and redeems himself with a victory against the Raiders. Cutler goes 28 for 43, 281 yards in the air with 2 touchdowns. And yes, he did throw a pick.
Well, when you got an arm like that,
Yeah.
you think you could fit it in anywhere.
Yeah.
And he thinks that.
Well, gets their first win of the season. They're going to try to make it 2. The Chiefs, on the other hand, are not having a great time at it. The Bengals last week got to Alex Smith 5 times.
But they're kicker.
Is that Carlos? Cairo Santos.
7 for 7.
That is 7 for 7, setting Chiefs record for most kicks by a Chiefs field goal kicker.
Oh, man. I mean, the Chiefs, they're just setting records left and right. They finally got a touchdown with a receiver, and now they're just got all these field goals.
So baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps. Man.
Baby steps. The Chiefs are 9.5 point favorites at home.
Chiefs are favored. I'm gonna go Bears.
The Bears?
The Bears, man.
Without Alshon Jeffrey?
Without Alshon Jeffrey, they still got Matt Forte and Martellus Bennett.
But now that you hear word that they're trying to shop around Matt Forte.
He's still on the team as of now. As of this prediction, Matt Forte is still on the team.
I gotta go Chiefs. The reason why I'm going Chiefs is kind of just looking at the quarterback situation. Alex Smith didn't have a great showing out, but he still someone that doesn't really throw that many picks. He doesn't throw touchdowns to wide receivers, but he does throw touchdowns when called upon. I got to go Chiefs here. All right, 2 quick ones. Palmer went, Carlson Palmer for the Cardinals, 352 with a touch and a pick against the Rams, though he got sacked 4 times. Lions are the only team in football right now without a win. And let me tell you, the playoffs hope, your playoff hope if you're 0-4 is slim to none, and Slim got the fuck out of town.
Yeah.
Lions also got screwed by the refs. Subpar stats nonetheless. Stafford went 24 for 35 yards, 203 yards in the air, no touchdowns to show for it.
That last drive, though, he was on. Like, fourth quarter, Stafford is really good.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for Stafford, in this game there are 3 other quarters, and Carson Palmer's pretty much good for all of them. And so is Larry Fitzgerald, the ageless wonder.
Yeah. About to get his degree from the University of Phoenix, too. Abdullah, by the way, held to 33 yards on the ground, and Megatron once again goes touchdownless. 7 catches, 56 yards to show.
And he fumbled too, didn't he?
Yeah. Cardinals are a 3.5 point favorite. He did fumble. Did he fumble back?
Oh, he definitely fumbled.
Man, you got to live with that one on your stat sheet.
Oh my god.
I think I said interception in the beginning, but he got fumbled. But either way, he got screwed nonetheless. You gonna take a chance with the Lions on this?
Oh god, no.
So take it you're
Cardinals. Cardinals win.
I gotta go Cardinals. I mean, I will say this: the Lions did keep it close with the Seahawks, so there is sign of improvement. When you can hold, you know, the Seahawks to just 1 touchdown, you're doing work. But I think Cardinals get the revenge win. All right, final quick pick: Peyton Manning. Let's just give this. Peyton Manning has led his teams to a 4-0 start 7 times, the most in NFL history by a long shot. Fran Tarkenton's only done it 4 times. He's also last night, Sunday's game also mean that he joined Brett Favre as the only quarterbacks to win 100 home starts in the NFL. I mean, he did get picked off twice by the Vikings, but you know, otherwise, Peyton Manning has come back to life here. Derek Carr, 196 with 2 touchdowns and a pick in a loss against the Bears. Latavius Murray, 49 yards on the ground against the Bears. As I said earlier, even the Raiders can beat the Broncos. It's at the Raiders' house, but the Broncos are a 5-point favorite.
I really like the Raiders this year.
Yeah.
I do. Amari Cooper's doing great things. Latavius Murray was kind of balling up last game, but he's been doing well. Derek Carr is tearing it up. But the Broncos are just too strong. They're just too strong right now. I don't think the Raiders on defense can handle what Peyton Manning's going to do to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go Broncos.
Let's see. I was contemplating picking him as an upset pick here, but I can't pull the trigger here. I think the Broncos defense is the main reason why I can go with the Broncos.
Got a really good secondary.
Yeah, so we go Broncos here. That's the end of quick picks. Let's go. We got 2 more regular picks to go, sir. All right. Kirk Cousins for the Redskins has been a star the last 2 starts. I'll put it to you like this: starting at their own 10, with little more than 6 minutes remaining in the game against the Eagles, the Redskins drove 90 yards on 15 plays to take the lead for good in a back-and-forth game.
Without Deshaun Jackson?
Yeah. Cousins went 31 for 46, 290 with a touchdown. And most importantly, no turnovers. All right, he did have a snap that fumbled in the first half of the game, but he recovered it and plunged forward for a touchdown with help from Matt Jones, who might be a fantasy guy right now. But I'm going to be honest with you. We both play fantasy football. On my message board this week, literally one of my friends had to go up there and say, it is extremely unfair that I got Devontae Freeman on my team. Completely unfair. For good reason.
He's not wrong.
No. Devontae Freeman against the Texans. 3 touchdowns on the ground to go with 68 yards rushing and 81 yards in the air. If you're playing ESPN Standard League, he brought you in 32 points.
Yeah.
And that's without Julio being a factor. Julio only got maybe less than 40 yards.
Devontae Freeman is, these last 2 games, just, oh man, he killed me in Fantasy Kings. I was in one of those little, 3-people leagues.
Yeah.
Apparently they both knew something that I didn't know, and they all took Devontae Freeman.
I mean, he's been a beast the last 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, well, I know that now.
Yeah.
So I think Atlanta is just way too strong for the Redskins.
They are 7.5-point favorites.
Oh, I think it's more than that. They win by 14 easy.
But here's the thing. The Redskins are one of those teams that, as much as we gripe on them for the fact that, they have issues with quarterback, that, the name of the team, RG3 being used on the scout team. There's a lot of issues here, but the Falcons, in my opinion, might be the best team in football right now. I'm going to go with the Falcons and try my luck there.
Yeah, I don't think they can stop Julio Jones.
All right, which leads us, my friend, to the final pick of the night, involving a certain Thomas Jefferson Brady.
The GOAT.
This week, week 5, should have been the week that the Patriots would have had Garoppolo going up against Tony Romo in Brady's final week of suspension. However, Brady comes into this week looking amazing. Sorry, passed 400 touchdowns, putting him in the club with just 5 others. And then Gronk is going crazy. Blunt is blowing up people. The Patriots, for what it's worth, it's amazing to watch. DraftKings wise, I mean, I'll tell you the truth. I've already put up my team. I got Tom Brady, Julius Edelman, and Gronk on one.
I mean, how you could pick against Tom Brady right now would be. I would have to hear some pretty good evidence, and you'd have to show me some naked pictures of Giselle. But
you think someone just says, here's why Tom Brady's not going to win. Oh, by the way,
he's going to be wore out from wearing this out. I'd be like, well, that hadn't stopped him yet.
Yeah.
But thanks for the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Brady is the GOAT. He's the best quarterback in football, and he's going to win this game.
I mean, I believe that at number 12 is the greatest football quarterback in the league, although he plays in Green Bay. So. And he doesn't cheat.
Tom Brady didn't cheat?
Wink. I saw that wink. I saw that wink.
He didn't cheat.
Stop winking! All right. This week, though, the Cowboys are going to be in for more trouble than it's worth. Romo's still out. Dez is still out. And instead of putting out a quality quarterback to play in that place, you start Brendan Whedon, who just got his 10th straight loss last week against the Saints. He has not won a game in 10 starts. And I'll put it to you like this. Even Jerry Jones now is just downtrodden about this. He was optimistic last week. This is a stat. This is an actual quote from him. This quarterback, Whedon, can drive the ball downfield. He's a thing of beauty in throwing a football. His pass motion and his arm, frankly. You won't see any more gifted power, passer, accuracy, the entire aspect of it. If he can basically prepare, be the starting quarterback, and come in and execute and keep his hand right, then I feel good about Whedon. This was last week. This was before the game. This is this statement is after the game when the Saints lost. I thought he did real good. He did good all night long. He took his initial look and threw it. He does some real good things, though it's not quite apples and oranges when the guy on the other side of the deal is Breeze, and you're dealing with a guy who's as limited as we got it even running out of time or shorthanded, and two-hand of what you have, then these quarterback like Breeze make a big difference.
Here's what the Cowboys have going in their favor.
All right.
The Patriots' pass defense is atrocious right now. That's it.
So you're telling me not to start the Patriots defense?
Yeah, don't start the Patriots defense.
Right.
But Tom Brady is going to take the Patriots to the Super Bowl regardless of that defense. He's done it before.
All right. Before I give you the pick, because it's the final pick, you get the final pick here. I'm trying to give you an explanation of why the Cowboys could win, and I haven't done an upset pick today. You know, I can't do an upset pick today because the problem with the Cowboys, if it was an equal playing field, if you had Gronk, if you had Romo, even if you had Romo and not Bryant right now, if Dez was still out, you still have a competent quarterback that can pass the ball to Beasley. You still have run DMC, running the ball back there. Now it's just Brandon Whedon. You just had your owner just shit down your throat saying that you're not quite like Breeze or any other
If he thought Breeze was good, wait until number 12 gets back there.
Oh, you mean Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, we played him last year. By the way, that still wasn't a catch, Cowboys. But I gotta pick the Patriots here. They're gonna go 4-0. Gronk's gonna do Gronk things. Thomas Jefferson Brady is still gonna win games and sleep with a hot model. And
he's Captain America. Like
Captain America, if we were in a Marvel universe where Captain America cheats his way to victory.
He doesn't cheat. He's just that good. He doesn't know what his underlings do.
All right. So I mean, like, I'll put it. All right. So he's Captain America. Belichick is the. Belichick is. I'm trying to think. Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, I can't think of that guy's name.
Yeah. Thankfully, this is not a pop culture podcast.
Yeah.
It's a
He's Shaft.
Shaft. All right.
He's Shaft.
Shaft is pretty much like. It's pretty much cheating for you.
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury, yeah. Nick Fury is pretty much telling you what's in the other guy's playbook. But I mean, like, as long as it's happening, you're getting away with it. I mean, I gotta go Patriots. Do you go Patriots, or do you try to go? Do you explain to yourself how having a hot girlfriend, a hot wife like Giselle is too much of an overkill?
No, the Cowboys lose by at least 14.
By at least 14. It's an 8.5 point favorite by the Patriots, but I can see that, sir. And so, let me double check my list right quick. I think we have gone through all the games, sir. So you can go back to wading through the waters of Columbia.
I'll try to swim out to my car.
I see your paddle boat out there. So.
Yeah, man, I kayaked here.
So, JD, if people wanted to know what you're about, if they like what they heard here, how can they follow you, sir?
I guess on Facebook at JD Waugh and at JD3 on Twitter, I think. I don't tweet that much, but if you want to follow, I guess I'll tweet.
Got any live shows coming up?
No, not coming up in the next little bit. I got some things in the works, though. But yeah, follow me on Facebook, JD Waugh, and I'll try to keep you posted.
Thanks, JD. Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.
Man.
It was a lot of fun.
All right.
I want to thank JD Waugh once again for coming on and coming in at short notice to do the show. Of course, you can find him, as always, on the sites that he mentioned there. Also, you can always follow us, once again, facebook.com/franchise frenzy. Anything football related, anything frenzy wise, you can meet up there and we can help you out. As I said, Thursday, there will not be a fantasy war room, but next week, Fantasy Buddha will come out. he'll come out a little bit jumpy. I want to think that he's taking a bye week, which is okay. We'll probably take a bye week soon enough. I'm not going to let you know when, because I don't want to jump the gun, but he'll do his thing, and when he comes back, we'll do it big. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy week 5. I hope you guys are safe and dry, and that you are with the ones that you love, because being with the ones that you love means all the things in the world. And remember, guys,
My pick's so good, you can take them to the bank.
but I wouldn't advise it.
Alright, guys. We're going to throw some bonus stuff at you. Alright. So, we're talking about Tom Brady here. So, enlighten us, sir. Because America, I think this is what America thinks.
Okay.
I'm going to speak for America.
And I'm going to speak for rational, absolute fact. All right.
Tom Brady.
The last time he had a legitimate receiver
Right.
was Randy Moss.
Really.
The last legitimate receiver he had.
Mm-hmm.
Julian Edelman was a college quarterback.
Right.
Okay? Randy Moss, he had Randy Moss at the twilight of his career. The last year he was any good, and what did he do? He rewrote the record book. If you were to put Tom Brady on the Broncos team either this year or from 2 years ago, when they had Decker, Thomas, the other Thomas,
Right.
he is going not only 16-0, he's winning undefeated.
Right.
He's rewriting every record for a season.
But don't you think his records and achievements are somewhat tattered? They're somewhat tainted.
No, I don't think so at all. Because he didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything, but he benefited from the cheating that happened. Like, all right, we'll take the ball out of the situation. We'll take the ball out of the situation. You have Spygate. You have where they pretty much filmed the practices.
That happened like 12 years ago?
That happened but it's happened multiple times though.
Here's the thing with the whole overblown Deflategate thing.
All right.
The balls were deflated in the first half, right?
Right.
He comes out with regularly inflated balls
Right.
and puts up better numbers.
Right. But they already had the win at halftime though.
No, there was a close game. He comes out and scores like 20-plus points in the second half. I'm telling you, the man is the GOAT. If you gave him a legitimate, amazing receiver, let's say...
But couldn't you say that Gronkowski is that...
He's the best tight end in the game.
Yeah.
Period. But sometimes he's blocking.
Right.
I'm talking about a legitimate receiver. Julian Edelman is a college quarterback.
Right.
Danny Amendola gets concussions getting out of bed in the morning. Who's their third receiver? Exactly. Exactly.
But the thing is with Tom Brady, here's the thing with Tom Brady. Tom Brady doesn't really need that legitimate receiver. Because any receiver that plays for him, he turns to a star. You can be a third stringer, like a wide receiver 4 for Oakland. Wide receiver 4 for Oakland, get traded to the Patriots, and in one game be the next hottest thing in New England. Because he's just going to target you the whole damn game.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying. So if he had somebody amazing, let's just shoot for the moon here,
right,
and say he had Julio Jones.
Right.
Season's over, boys.
But, all right.
Pack it up.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
If it was Moss, Super Bowl, if it was Moss and Brady going up against a 49ers team, Montana and Rice, who wins that game?
Brady.
Fuck you.
Brady wins.
But we just put the best quarterback.
Because I'll go ahead and say this. I think Randy Moss was a better receiver than Jerry Rice.
Oh,
and
how the hell?
All right, how are you going to give Brady crap for quote unquote deflating balls when Jerry Rice has admitted to using stickum?
He never got caught there.
Okay. So now it's completely different.
I'm using the same defense that you're using for Tom Brady.
Well, I'm just saying. Like, here's why I think Randy Moss is a better receiver than Jerry Rice.
Okay.
He's taller. He's like 6'4", and he runs like a 4.2.
Right.
That's insanity. That's absolute nuts.
Right.
All right. Not only does he have the skills to just go up and catch anything, deep balls, it doesn't matter. I think his skill set is better suited for today's game. I just think Randy Moss has better physical skills, and his stats and records match what Jerry Rice put up.
But Jerry Rice has the longevity. He's got the rings, and in this world, in this time of age, while we can respect records as much as you want to, I mean, like, sadly, when it comes to the debate between Eli and Peyton, you have to say Eli because he has 2 rings.
You're telling me Eli's better than Peyton Manning?
I mean, if we're going by regular season, who you won in a regular season game, I would want Peyton Manning in there. If we're talking about a postseason game, and you told me Peyton Manning or Eli Manning, I got to take a chance with Eli.
You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there. But I think with the NFL, it's so hard to just say that championships are the only thing that matters.
Right.
You have to look at other things, because if you say championships are the only thing that matters, that means Trent Dilfer's a better quarterback than Dan Marino.
Right.
That's absolute stupid. That's what that is.
Right.
But Peyton Manning, I don't want to start talking about Peyton Manning.
We could just call it a day here. So.
Yeah. All right.
So we're not going to keep talking about Peyton Manning, but you heard the arguments here. I don't approve of it, but those are the truths.
I'm just saying, I would rather have Randy Moss on my team than Jerry Rice. In his prime,
Right.
I'd rather have Randy Moss. Because you got to remember, Moss just wilted away in Oakland for years.
Right.
Who do you have throwing to him, Mike?
Jamarcus. Dude could throw a touchdown if he was kneeled down and.
Yeah, that Jamarcus. Oh my God, they made such a big deal that he could throw the ball 70 yards on his knees. Well, if you're throwing the ball on your knees, you're down.
It's kind of like this whole Joe Montana point where he throws a football out of a stadium and kind of ask yourself, when will that ever be useful? I think the Sklar brothers do a point just like, all right, guys, it's fourth and short. Joe Montana, you got a plan out? Yeah, I'm going to throw the ball outside the stadium.
I'm going to throw it outside the stadium. Let the security guard catch it.
Thank you, JD.
All right, thanks.
All right, guys. Once again, let me give you the website if you want to help out in the flood relief efforts down in the Midlands of South Carolina. Go to www.uway.org/news/flood-disaster-relief-fund for more information on how to help us out here in South Carolina with the relief effort here. Also, if you are nearby and you want to come by and do some help, you can always go to this website and it'll tell you where you can go help out. Also, you can certainly go donate, as always, to American Red Cross. Usually the money does end up our way. I say usually kind of loosely because sometimes there's catch. But just in case you want to give it a try, you can give blood, you can donate funds to help out here. Any amount of money that you give will certainly help out someone in need, whether it's in Columbia, South Carolina, or somewhere else. But for more information, go to redcross.org. That is redcross.org. And always check the Frenzy's fan page, facebook.com/franchisefrenzy, for more sites to choose from. And thank you.